Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven, Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programas offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
I nostri programmi sono offerti in molte lingue. Consultate suprememastertv.com/schedule.
In 2019, our most beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai, Vegan, presented the Shining World Protection Award to Innovo Pro plus $10,000 to support its healthy invention.
There's one potential health concern that stands out to me too, is the cancer promoting properties of cells that proliferate exponentially in the laboratory. Well, the only people who think this is better meat are those who are blinded by producing it or eating it.
Continue watching to find out more.
I've been a vegan plant-based athlete for years. Nothing takes the place of real plant-based nutrition. Jason P. Lester, vegan.
Inspiring viewers, Ni Mei Ten on Wapi Mi Tan, meaning I am glad to see you, is a pleasant way of greeting in Michif, the language spoken across the Métis Nation. I'm Delorme. The nature-loving people of the Métis Nation wish your lives to be filled with abundance and bliss. Welcome to our program, Israel's Innovators in the Alternative Protein Industry, Part 2 of 2. The latest statistics cite a 5% vegan, 8% vegetarian, and 35% flexitarian population in Israel, one of the largest groups of people in the world who have removed animal people flesh from their diet. As a result, Israel has risen as a leader in food technology to produce a new generation of alternative plant-based protein. In the first part of our show, we feature two Israeli companies and their passionate founders who are working tirelessly to bring about this upgrade to veganism that this world so urgently needs. Today, we will continue to explore the current innovations in alternative plant protein by showcasing several Israeli entrepreneurs making huge advancements in this field, as well as discuss the unsustainability of lab-grown animal people meat. Our third plant-based Israeli entrepreneur to be featured is Dr. Asher Shmulevitz, the founder of Innovo Pro, which holds the patent and technology to extract protein from chickpeas, the superfood legume of the vegan community. Innovo Pro is committed to providing companies with clean-labeled vegan ingredients. Its chickpea protein is neutral in taste and has a texture of strong emulsification that allows it to be added to a wide range of food products. Currently, Innovo Pro has various food and beverage applications, such as dairy-free cheese, meat analogs, snacks, mayonnaise, and others. Innovo Pro is a Shining World Protection Award recipient, and in January 2019, our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, humbly offered the company $10,000 as a token of loving support. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is deeply grateful to the most merciful, beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy and or any good cause over the years, as a humble vessel for Here's compassion and love toward Here's precious children. As Talai Nekushtan, CEO of Innovo Pro, points out, although the chickpea protein competes against other plant proteins, it features a different behavior pattern. For starters, the production of chickpea protein is green, clean, and eco-friendly. Our process comprises the production of protein and starch. To learn more about Innovo Pro, please visit innovopro.com. The fourth plant-based Israeli entrepreneur is the Wonder Woman team from Hebrew University, Dr. Jasmine Ravid, Dr. Daria Feldman, and Hadar Shohat, who co-founded Kinokotech by combining their backgrounds in nutritional sciences, microbiology, and food technology. The trio came together around Dr. Feldman's idea to to develop a platform and method for growing mycelia for food production. They have developed a zero-waste method for growing complete vegan protein with nutritional value comparable to its animal people counterpart. By combining the power of fungal mycelium and fermentation, Kinokotech can produce what they call the superfood of the next generation. They plan to sell the raw material to consumers who can then easily cook healthy vegan burgers at home. To learn more about Kinokotech, please visit kinoko-tech.com. Our next entrepreneur is Ophek Ron Vegan, co-founder and CEO of Plantish, an Israeli food tech startup company who organized a team to engineer plant-based salmon fillets to ease their exploitation and suffering in the world's oceans. Mr. Ron, an animal people rights activist and seasoned industry veteran, realized that convincing others to join in sustaining our oceans would be easier if you gave them an alternative. He approached professors from the leading universities in Israel and was introduced to 3 PhDs, Dr. Hila Alamelech, Chemistry PhD, Dr. Ron Siksik, Animal Science PhD, and Dr. Ariel Shklani, Vegan, 3D Bioprinting and Tissue Engineering PhD, who shared his passion for veganism and desire to transform the industry. Combining their skills, they reconstructed salmon using only plant-based products and created the connective tissues, muscle tissues, and the fat components that are specific to this mighty fish person. 3D printer in their laboratory is used to give the salmon an authentically fibrous structure. The fillet is made from a combination of legume proteins and algae extract. It is high in protein, omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, but free from mercury, microplastics, and antibiotics. Still, only in the experimental stages, Plantish is busy creating an industrial-sized 3D printer to take the product to market. After this successful launch, the door is open for a myriad of similar revolutionary plant-based alternatives. There has been a 39% growth in the plant-based food market in Europe and the UK over the past year. 42% of people have eliminated or reduced their red meat consumption, while a further 20% plan to reduce red meat consumption in the future. More than 33% are willing to replace meat with plant-based alternatives. These flexitarians are driving market growth, but are also more demanding of the quality of products they purchase. In the early days of the vegan movement, animal people meat replacers had a niche market, so vegan manufacturers needed to have broad appeal, and so they made a large assortment of items. As more consumers enter the rapidly growing vegan market, plant-based food manufacturers who are focused only on a certain type of food product, for example, can now thrive based solely on the large number of consumers and their diverse tastes. For those familiar with the documentary Seaspiracy, it is no surprise that we are overfishing our oceans almost to the point of extinction. This has resulted in many consumers favoring aquaculture fish people to the point where 50% of water goods that are purchased are labeled sustainable. Aquaculture, also known as aqua farming, basically it's a controlled industrial raising of aquatic organisms, including fish people, which can also be breeding grounds for disease.
And what's frustrating is that most of the seafood that we eat is not sustainable at all. There's actually two main ways that we eat seafood. One, which is about 50% of the seafood we're eating, is made by aquaculture, fish farms. Okay, so to create these huge circles that you see here inside the ocean or outside the ocean, we have to spend a lot of energy. And we have to take away mangroves, coral reefs, so we can place those pools. And we need to put inside antibiotics so the fish won't get sick. And this is poisoning our ocean. But also, we need to feed those fish. And how do we feed the fish? With fish meal. So we need 1 kilogram of fish meal to feed 1 kilogram of salmon. But in order to create 1 kilogram of fish meal, we sometimes need 4 kilograms of fish, which we take from the ocean. So Even when we eat aquaculture fish, we're still eating fish from the ocean.
There is no doubt that Plantish salmon fillets are the desired products. To learn more about Plantish, please visit plantish.com.
Vegan side effect. Can't change the surname to Dracula.
Delightful viewers, let us pause for a moment to thank heaven for the abundance of delicious plant-based meat alternatives that are available to make it easy for us to switch to a vegan lifestyle without compromising on taste. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back, eco-conscious viewers. Another form of alternative meat currently being developed in Israel and other parts of the world is lab-grown meat, also called clean meat, because its production process is enclosed, under control, and free of contamination from pathogens. Lab-grown meat, despite the massive amount of capital that has been invested in its research and production worldwide, Singapore is the first country to allow the sale of cultured meat. The concept, which originated in 2013, is to cultivate a small sample of cells from a living animal person outside of their body and to grow it into a full piece of meat in a laboratory. It is considered that lab-grown meat could help resolve the major problems caused by industrial animal people raising operations. As such, lab-grown meat is being heavily promoted, with some even going so far as to call it the future of meat. But is this realistic? Dr. Richard Oppenlander, vegan, sustainability consultant, environmental researcher, and author, commented on the subject in a recent lecture.
I had the opportunity to speak with the CEOs of the two leading companies in this laboratory meat market, and there are a couple things that are very clear. Although meat produced in the lab has some, but certainly not all, of the humane aspects worked out. For instance, they still use fetal bovine serum for the medium. That's blood from a dead calf.
The regular growth medium for lab-grown animal people tissue culture requires 10% fetal bovine serum. The depleted culture media should be replaced at least once a week. Unfortunately, this means a considerable number of cow people fetuses are needed to produce just 100 grams of laboratory meat. It is clear that cultured meat is not sustainable and not humane. Plus, there are concerns of health risk and production scalability.
And from an environmental standpoint, we don't have 10 to 30 years for this to be brought up to scale. Just one facility with bioreactors will cost $450 million and would only be able to produce less than 1/50th of 1% as much meat that's currently being consumed by the United States population. There's one potential health concern that stands out to me too, is the cancer promoting properties of cells that proliferate exponentially in the laboratory. So it's certainly plausible that consuming laboratory grown meat will have certainly faulty cell lines, and they may have unwarranted effects on the human body. Well, the only people who think this is better meat are those who are blinded by producing it or eating it.
While innovative alternative protein products are created to simulate the taste and texture of animal people meats, Dr. Richard Oppenlander suggests that only plant-based proteins are the better choice when it comes to offering an alternative. We sincerely thank the Israeli scientists and entrepreneurs for their efforts to produce delicious, economical, and nutritious alternative plant-based protein. Imaginative viewers, we hope you are equally inspired to join this adventure to create delectable vegan protein of the future. We also wish to thank Dr. Richard Oppenlander, vegan, for his valuable contribution to the knowledge of sustainable food choices.
Vegan, prescription for all old and young.
Warm-hearted viewers, thank you for being with us today. Coming up next is Go in the Direction of Peace and Be Grateful to Have a Better Life, Part 1 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. In celestial jubilation, may the innovative alternative protein products continue to delight palates, winning converts to the advantages of plant-based living.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. How not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG